What's up, brothers and sisters, chosen ones, elects, all y'all sons and daughters? Shalom. There's HEMAN once again making noise from the wilderness. This is part 3 in a series on the truth about the wilderness experience. We're going to get back into these scriptures, but first I want to say that I've been receiving a lot of spiritual attacks, a lot of adversity to doing these videos and to bringing this truth out. I thank y'all, and may y'all bless all of y'all who are praying for me. May he bless you 100-fold, and I pray that you please keep praying for me. The devil ain't making it easy. Don't forget to watch to the end of the video for a special message. This is a get out tip. It's meant to help you with your escape plan and to help you to make it to the wilderness. All right. I want to mention something before I get started that I see a great deception that's strong out there right now, y'all, about the wilderness. All right, specifically regarding the teaching in the scriptures that tell us the church will be in the wilderness. This deception is meant to make the church stay right where they at until it's too late. As many of these popular so-called preachers out there, which men who call themselves, shepherds, prophets, whatever, just keep in mind that they call themselves this and that people follow after them with it. But we was told by the Lord Yahushua not to choose these titles because we all are brother and sisters. All right, but these people, they wouldn't step foot in the wilderness. They wouldn't even soil they loafers. All right, yet they have the audacity to reinterpret the scriptures to mean that the same tests and trials which most of us have been going through all throughout our life is the wilderness. And that don't make no sense. All right. These people have nothing in common with us. It's people who got rich off the cause, got rich off the people. But in reality, they wouldn't give up what they have in order to support the cause, and they don't support the true cause in any way. The true cause being taken care of Yahushua's church, his body, and also the feeding of the sheep. All right. These people turn out to be messengers of Satan that want you to think that this concept or this emotional state is what's going to protect you for 3.5 years. All right, that this concept will be your safe haven provided by Yah, or have you thinking that you already went through the wilderness. All right, nah, y'all, that's not it. This emotional state is not going to feed and nourish us for 3 years away from the face of the serpent. All right, come on, folks. We got to trust in God's word and get into the scriptures. These false teachers, anybody who's saying that the wilderness is just some experience and we don't really have to go there, don't fall for it, and get out, y'all, before it's too late. All right, let's get into these scriptures. First, I'm going to take you to Exodus chapter 14, verse 12. All right, Exodus chapter 14, verse 12. All right, is not this the word that we did tell you in Egypt, saying, leave us alone, that we may serve the Egyptians, because it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in this wilderness. All right, so here is the people, the Israelites in the wilderness in the Old Testament, which we've been told this is an example for us. We're going to do this again, y'all, so we got to pay attention to what Yah is telling us and what happened to them last time. All right, their attitude was that it was easier for them to serve the Egyptians, or that they should have stayed in bondage or captivity rather than to go through the hardships of the wilderness. And this is just like if we were to put our job above coming out to the wilderness and serving Yah, doing his will, or pension or family or anything else that have to do with our livelihood. Again, their attitude was leave us alone so that we may serve the Egyptians. The Egyptians is the same like the Matrix, the system is today. All right, in reality, we all are slaves as long as we in it, because it had been better for us to serve the Egyptians than that we should die in the wilderness. So they also had a lack of faith. All right, y'all who are Yah's sons and daughters, I don't need to tell y'all about faith, and ABBA is working on your faith every day. But in order to go into the wilderness and to do Abba's will in this manner, you're going to need every ounce of that faith that you have, and to bring it out into the wilderness like ABBA YAHUWAH is leading us all to do. and not to have this attitude like these Israelites had. Okay. Going back, next verse I'm going to lead you to is Exodus chapter 20, and this is verse 13. Exodus chapter 20, verse 13. All right, but the house of Israel, the family of Israel, or the household of Israel, rebelled against me in the wilderness. All right, rebelled meaning like they went contrary, so they did pretty much the opposite of what they were there to do, or what Yah brought them out there to do. Okay, they rebelled against me in the wilderness. Yah says, this is Yah speaking, they did not walk in my statutes. Statutes means it's the same as customs or manners, and they despised, which means to treat lightly or like small, my judgments, which means sentences, verdicts at law, or right rulings. All right, which if a man do, he will even live in them. And my Sabbaths they greatly polluted. Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them in the wilderness to consume or to destroy them there. All right, so here we see Yah's attitude back towards the people for their rebellion against him. That due to them going contrary to Yah, not doing as it was meant for them to do in the wilderness, not going towards Yah's customs and Yah's right rulings, which we also have been told will be in the wilderness, the justice and the judgment. Also by polluting Yah's Sabbaths, this actually called down Yah's fury, his anger and his angry punishment upon them. So again, we want to avoid these pitfalls. We are not to despise Yah's customs. I mean, part of the wilderness experience is to get back into the customs and the manners, or for those who don't know, to learn the customs and the manners. Also, Yah's right rulings, all right? Because Yah, he is the king of our government, okay? Also to Yah's Sabbath, he gave them the Sabbath during the wilderness experience, which has to do with actually being in the wilderness. That is when he gave them the Sabbath and taught them the Sabbath using the manna. And so in the same way, all these things Yah is going to bring to us and teach us in order to refine us and to perfect us. And the Sabbaths we have to keep, okay? And we will keep, we is to not provoke Yah to wrath like the Israelites, our predecessors, did. All right, next verse, I'm going to lead you to Exodus, same chapter 20, and that's verse 33 down here. Verse 33, like I live, says Yahuwah. Sorry, like I live, says the Adonai, that is the Lord Yahuwah, surely with a mighty hand and with an outstretched arm and with fury poured out will I rule over you. There's that reference to fury again. And I will bring you out from the people. The people here is meaning the nations or the Gentiles, which are all the peoples, all the countries and the nations that are not Hebrew or Israelite by blood. All right. So Yah is saying that that's where he will bring his people out from. First off, he's saying that it's going to be the same like with Egypt, with a mighty hand, outstretched arm, and fury poured out. All right, Yah says in this way he will rule over us, and I'll bring you out from the nations, from the Gentiles, and will gather you out of the countries. The countries here means specifically the wilderness or the countrysides. Okay, so this is the place exactly where we need to go and where Yah is leading us, but here we're being told this is where he will gather us from. All right. Again, verse 34, I will gather you out from the countries wherein you are scattered. All right, we are spread abroad right now. We are in pieces, and we're going to be this way, and again, pretty much like separate camps up until the point where Yah collects us and brings us together. All right. So again, verse 34, we're told that with a mighty hand and with an outstretched arm and with fury poured out. Verse 35, I'll bring you into the wilderness of the people. Here it's explained how we get there. All right. So verse 35 explains to us how we get to the wilderness, that Yah is the one who will bring us here. All right. What he will do is call upon us. What this means is he will call upon us to come here. He will bring us out here. He will cause us to go here. He will send us here. All right. So not that Yah is going to lay hands on us and force us into the wilderness, but he's going to bring us through persuading us, through calling us, through speaking to us, all right, through sending us, all right, and also through voices crying in the wilderness. Okay, so here you got it, y'all, that is going to be just like it was in Egypt. to in these degrees. Yah says, I will plead there with you. Plead meaning here to judge, to sentence, and also to govern. But he says face to face. All right, so it's going to be direct and intimate. Yah's going to be right there with us. All right, hallelujah. All right, in verse 36, he says, just like I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, that's how I will plead with her, judge or sentence or govern with you, says Yahuwah Elohim. So here's the prophecy of how we get to the wilderness, what is Yah's going to do with us, and what is his purpose of bringing us into the wilderness, and that he is going to gather us out from the wilderness, again, the wilderness of the Gentiles. Okay, so all in the different places where we live in and where we are scattered, that's where we must be in order for those chariots the chariots to come into the wilderness, y'all. All right, it's not going to be rescue parties in the cities. All right. Next verse I'm going to lead you to is Hosea chapter 2, verse 14. All right. Hosea chapter 2, verse 14. All right. This is again Yah speaking. Therefore, behold, see, look, I will allure her. The her is the church, the bride of Yahushua. And allure here is meaning to entice or to persuade. All right. To persuade, to entice, to allure her and bring her into the wilderness. So here, a more detailed, intimate way, Yah is saying how he's going to do this. Okay, again, he's going to be calling upon us just like he is right now, y'all. And all y'all who are getting this message, he's calling upon you right now. Okay, so I will allure her and bring her into the wilderness and speak comfortably to her. Comfortably here means to speak to the feelings, to speak to the heart. All right, so Yah is going to be speaking to our heart. He's going to be speaking to our understanding, and that's how he's going to be speaking to us. All right, verse 15, I will give her vineyards from there. This goes with another set of scriptures, that where Yah says the wilderness will bloom and will blossom. All right, and she will sing there like in the days of her youth, like in the day when she came about from the land of Egypt. So again, the reference to us being just like the Israelites in this operation, being just like the Exodus. All right, come on, y'all. We gotta wake up. And again, you can't let nobody deceive you with this. All right, next verse I'm gonna lead you to is Psalms chapter 78, and that's verse 52. Psalms chapter 78, verse 52. All right, speaking of Yah, and this actual psalm is about his dealings with them in the wilderness and dealing with them, getting them out of Egypt, which is going to be the same as him getting us out of Babylon and the Matrix right now. All right, but he made his own people to go out like sheep, and he guided them in the wilderness like a flock, and he led them on safely so that they did not fear, but the sea overwhelmed their enemies. So again, we see this is Yah's way, y'all. This is what he does, and this is what he is going to do again. Again, he made his own people to go out like sheep. All right, this is Yah's will for his people to be like sheep. Yah is a shepherd. We told that Yahushua is the